Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. I hope the Jaguars sign me just so I can tell everyone how much I hated playing for them after demanding a trade. Perna. Ronnie Harrison becomes the latest former Jag to praise God for his exit from Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville needs to find players who want to be there. They basically need 53 ashes from Evil Dead.
Sweet shithouse mouse. Is that
your spiritual center, Ash? The place that makes you most happy.
Jacksonville, Florida. It's everything I ever dreamed of.
Sweet shithouse NFL news. There were significant roster signings that happened on Sunday. Josh Rosen lands with the Buccaneers. Adrian Peterson decides on the Motor City. And Clowney reunites with Mike Vrable in Tennessee. I break down those a bit, and I will reveal who I think the smartest man in the NFL is. And it is not Bill Belichick. Whew. Let's get that sports. Please, subscribe to this YouTube channel. I know I say it a lot, every YouTuber says it, but I want you to try and subscribe to this channel using only your testicles. Pull them out, put your phone under it, and see if you can smash that sub button with your balls. Speaking of balls, today's episode is sponsored by manscaped.com/goodsports. And it's all about sweaty balls today. Ball deodorant. Ball deodorant. Ball deodorant. Ball deodorant.
Ball deodorant. Ball deodorant.
No matter the weird shape or size of your balls, I bet they sweat. Which is why you need the Crop Preserver Bald Anti-Chafing Deodorant from Manscaped. I recommend ball deodorizing as part of your post-shower routine. Squirt some of the Crop Preserver Aloe Vera Quick Absorbing Gel into your palm, get a good amount, and then rub your balls until your hands start to cramp, or whatever you deem normal. It dries clear, and it keeps your balls so fresh and so clean all day long. Made with only natural ingredients, so you know your balls are safe. Use my link in the description, manscaped.com/goodsports for 20% off, plus free shipping, plus 2 free gifts when you buy the Perfect Package 3.0, which does include the Crop Preserver. New Buccaneers running back Leonard Fournette and Tom Brady took this photo together. I know, you think, oh, here comes the Tom Brady slander. What's he gonna reach for here? Well, just the truth. Tom Brady may be married to a fashion model, but nothing on earth can stop a man from dressing like a Florida man once he moves to the state. And Brady is proof. Brady before Florida, Brady in Florida. Also, even though Tom Brady's face isn't aging, his hands look like they belong to a 70-year-old man. Moving on, safety Ronnie Harrison, who was traded from Jacksonville to Cleveland last week, tweeted this on Sunday. So relieved to be out of Jacksonville and around a new team who wants one common goal. Thank you, God. Fist emoji. 100, 100, 100. That's 300, guys. That may be the nicest thing any player has ever said after being traded to Cleveland. And I say that as someone who thinks the Browns are about to turn a corner. I really do believe that, but historically speaking, being this enthusiastic to land in Cleveland is the equivalent of being happy to get punched in the fucking face because that means the wicked assault on your balls has ended. Are things that bad in Jacksonville? Or was Harrison just tired of Gardner Minshew pushing him around? We know several players couldn't wait to leave the Jaguars. Harrison, Ramsey, Ngakoue, to name just a few, or all who vocally spoke out against Jacksonville. But we also know that 25% of all the complaints made to the NFL Players Union in 2019 came out of Jacksonville, and that the NFLPA warned players about signing there, and then won a grievance against the team for inappropriate fines. But I thought all of that got fixed when they ridded themselves of the 165-year-old Tom Coughlin. My final assessment is that Jacksonville is a directionless organization lost in time and space, like Scott Bakula in Quantum Leap. Now, Adrian Peterson can earn up to $2.3 million now that he has signed a one-year deal with the Detroit Lions. All day, Peterson was barely a free agent for all of a day. That's not where he got the nickname, though. He, of course, got the nickname in college because teammates noticed it takes him all day to tie one of his shoes. Brains not included with the brawn here, kids. Now, when God personally chisels you from stone like he did with AP, you can be an effective running back in the NFL at age 35. People will also forgive you for child abuse. Same way people will forgive Matt Patricia for lion abuse if the Lions win just 10 games. Detroit may be the least predictable team this season, in my opinion. I would not be surprised if they won 12 games, nor if they lost 14 games. Peterson was added for depth as Kerryon Johnson has had injuries the last 2 seasons, and rookie DeAndre Swift, who I have high hopes for, is also banged up with an undisclosed injury and will be limited early in the season. Look, I've been covering the NFL long enough to know whenever they say undisclosed, you can safely assume that he injured his penis in some sort of rookie hazing accident. Now, that's some fantasy advice for everyone banking on Swift as an RB2 or flex back. AB may get more work early in the season for the Lions, but hold on to Swift. Now, Jadeveon Clowney signed with the Tennessee Titans, and he took a team-friendly, incentive-based deal to do it. According to Albert Breer, Clowney had plenty of offers at the $15 million range this offseason, but they were from, and don't quote me on this, bitch-ass teams Clowney wanted no part of. Jadeveon narrowed it down to Seattle, New Orleans, and Tennessee, and got $12 million from the Titans, which could add up to 15. Now, this was after the NFL nixed a 3-team sign-and-trade deal the Saints had apparently concocted with the Browns, since the Saints are currently in cap hell. Tennessee was attractive to Clowney because of Mike Vrable. Just look how attractive Mike Vrable is. Vrable was Clowney's defensive coordinator in Houston before Bill O'Brien started guillotining all of his best players, and it should be noted the edge defender had his best season under Vrabel's mustache in 2017 with 9.5 sacks and 59 tackles. It was also the only season he played all 16 games, so maybe only, Magic Mike has the elixir to keep Clowney healthy. Come hither and suckle the crumbs from my mustache, and you shall never be injured again. Mr. Clowney is also looking to break the bank with his second contract, so going to a defense he knows to play with a coach who knows how to use him should help with that. Jadeveon is like an exotic sports car. He's a high-performance, high-octane machine with all of the bells and whistles, but if you don't know how to drive him, he's going to be an expensive hunk of metal that your wife takes in the divorce because she knows it's the one thing you actually loved more than her. Isn't that right, Stacy? You cold-hearted bitch! Now, Clowney is an athletic freak who can injure the opposing team's starting quarterback in the playoffs without the refs throwing a flag. Put him and Nickel Roby-Coleman on the same team, and you have a Super Bowl defense immune to penalties. That's powerful. Now, touchdown Jesus may have landed with the Buffalo Bills, but it's Josh Rosen whose resurrection we'll be talking about in Tampa Bay on the practice squad. Rosen took a practice squad spot to play in Tampa with Bruce Arians and Tom Brady. I think we're all in agreement Josh Rosen just needs a chance, and to play with a good coach who actually wants to develop him. He may finally get that and the time he needs with Bruce Arians. And practice squad news just keeps getting sexier as Josh McCown signed with the Eagles practice squad, becoming the oldest practice squad player in NFL history as he prepares to pursue a career in coaching. McCown does desire to be an NFL head coach one day, and here's why I know Josh is the smartest man in football. He has the job every retired player is now begging to get on Twitter. Kurt Warner, Brandon Stokely, Jacob Tamme, and Jake Murdoch all making the same joke. Okay, one of those guys is just a random dude on Twitter. McCown set up the deal to be the Eagles' emergency quarterback without ever having to set foot on the team facility this season. He will earn $204,000 living in East Texas with his family, which is like earning $4 billion in any American city, according to my number one source for financial information, the Financial High Times. And McCown will be able to do all of his team meetings remotely. It is a sweet gig. If anyone has earned that sweet gig, it is Josh McCown. And all Carson Wentz is made of glass jokes aside, the chances the Eagles need McCown this season are about as low as they've ever been. He's fourth in line behind Jalen Hurts and Nate Sudfeld. Plus, I think the Eagles entered an injury cheat code when they drafted Jalen Hurts. If both of your quarterbacks have last names that are synonyms for pain, Hurts, and Wentz, they cancel each other out. That's math. That's just how it works. Somehow, I missed this story last week, but corner/safety/slot defender Logan Ryan signed with the New York Giants. Slot defender is actually a job all Las Vegas Raiders can do during the offseason as well. Yes, since having a baby, I eat, breathe, and shit dad jokes with extreme efficiency. Now, Logan Ryan will get $7.5 million from the Giants, which, per my Financial High Times, should last him about 3 months in New York City. I have been pounding the table for someone to sign Ryan, but I'm not sure he's going to fare well with the New York Giants and that bad/unexperienced secondary. He needed to go to a team that had a good secondary and was just that one sort of movable piece away from being a top 10 unit. My Denver Broncos announced they are going to have fans at games starting with the Week 3 matchup against Tampa Bay, just in time for all fans to lock down their FYTB chants. Right now, the teams that should have fans to start the season include the Chiefs, Cowboys, Jaguars, Colts, Dolphins, and the Browns. That's 6. Again, I think assuming fans act responsibly and every team takes proper safety precautions, it will be nice to see some fans in every team stadium this year, especially in outdoor stadiums. They are big enough for social distancing, and most importantly, you can take a piss at halftime without another man rubbing shoulders with you at the pee trough. And for those smart enough to watch the full video, I have a treat for you. Peter King once did a doobie with the Doobie Brothers, and that is factual reporting by me. That was his legendary response on Twitter today to a fan who claimed Peter King must have been high while writing his NFC predictions. Spoiler, he picks the Bucs to play the Ravens in the Super Bowl. Spoiler, spoiler, I will now refer to Peter King as King Doobie. So, don't get confused later. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Again, please subscribe here on YouTube. Good Lord, you gotta subscribe and then tell all of your friends to watch these videos so I will stop telling you to tell your friends about how alright this channel is.